That's why last week it was all about Iowa State Fair. Now, you're not going to get a butter cow at Nebraska State Fair. Hey, sorry. Can't do anything about that. But tonight, 5:30, Riley Green tickets, they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you in Bayless Park. It's a pretty cool radio station you got here. You know what I mean? The other thing that we got going on, if you want to, I don't know, skip the line, as it were, for your Riley Green tickets, maybe you're working a little late. You just go, Nelson, I don't know if I can get to Bayless Park before you blow them all out. All right. I'm not one to withhold. So if you want to get yourself qualified for a pair of passes to see Riley Green at the Nebraska State Fair, then I need an answer to just this little old question. What business in the area, whether it's a restaurant or, I don't know, a clothing store, maybe a video game place, maybe it's just an arcade, something like that. I'm heavy on the video game stuff. You can tell what I'm into. Heck, maybe it's a golf course. Just when you hear this question, what comes to mind? What business in the area do you consider a hidden gem? Couple of ways for you to get in. As always, the request line wide open for you. It's 712-713-2065. It's not just requests, but we'll get requests in for you. But that's your phone number lifeline to the radio station at all times. Program that in the phone. 712, we're in Council Bluffs, only locally owned commercial radio station. Your hometown country station. So it's the 712 at the front, right? And then the 7 digits you need, 713. It's like 712, 713. That's fun. And then 2065, because some jerk wouldn't sell us 1065. If only the radio dial went up to 2. What business do you consider a hidden gem? You can also get in on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BluffsCountry, whether it's on the post that's up there with the little diamond dog or the actual live feed, which is the Performance Digital Cam, and that's running right now. Hidden gem. Because the thing about a hidden gem is it's a double-edged sword, right? You want people to know about it because you want it to stay around. But then you also want to know that you can get in the door, you can sit down, you can get an order in. Maybe it's your favorite Greek spot. Maybe it's a Mexican joint that nobody knows about. Maybe it's a Mexican joint that everybody ended up knowing about, but you thought was a hidden gem. Maybe you need to talk to me. But Riley Green tickets could be yours just for sharing an opinion. Otherwise, you got to get out at 5:30 at Bayless Park if you want to get them for free. But 712-713-2065. When we come back, looks like we're going to be talking to Tanner. It's Bluffs Country 1065. Beep, beep, traffic. Mills County, that's the only place we've got bothering us right now. Accident. Left lane blocked. I-29 northbound right there before the Iowa 370 exit 42. No, wouldn't you know it? I opened my big fat mouth. And now we got stop and go traffic on the JFK between the Exchange and Q Street. As you're heading northbound, can't escape South Omaha without a little danger on the roadways. Let's look at your traffic brought to you by Pizza Ranch, home of the legendary buffet, featuring pizza and the country's best chicken. Stop in today and see why Pizza Ranch very quickly has become everyone's favorite buffet. And as you're headed out there, what's it going to look like in terms of the skies? A blessing in the skies. Highs in the 90s today. And probably for the weekend. They try and sneak in by saying, 86. But they said 86 yesterday and it was over 90. So you can expect 90s for the weekend. Sunny and humid. Really not any rain that they're even threatening for the next handful of days. You can't trust weather that far out, can you? Lows in the 60s throughout the weekend and the next several days as well. Currently 70 degrees. That feels like with the humidity already kind of pushing you up around 75. It'll be 80 before you know it. Blink and you'll miss the 70s. Be perfect temperatures to come win some Riley Green tickets, though, today. As we look at this weather, it's brought to you by the 712 Initiative, who invites you to shop, eat, and play at the Farmers Market Council Bluffs. It happened yesterday, part of its 15th season. It happens every Thursday from 4:30 to 7:30 in the same place we're going to be with your tickets tonight, Bayless Park. The Farmers Market Council Bluffs is presented by CHI Health Mercy Council Bluffs.
Don't forget to include an annual well check in their summer schedule. All Care Health Center's mobile.
All right. That's a little hot, right? A little hot. Audio's better today. Yeah? Has to be. Has to be better audio than yesterday. I'm sweating today. You know what I mean? I'm so sweated. So sweating. Of course I do not. Did I? That's why did I? Please don't send an email. Oh, I hate it. I have to become the company to be you company. Edit post. Edit post. Well, delete it then, for God's sake. What are we up to today? What are we doing? I would have thought going back to school, we would have had numbers go up. People are tired of looking at Nelson's big dumb face. Are you a business? All right. Where are you at? 51503. Yeah, also. Chautauqua. I've lived in this area for my whole life. And I've never heard the name Chautauqua. Wow. Am I saying that right? I don't care if I sound mean. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't care. In fact, I like sounding mean. There was this girl. Oh, there was this girl. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. All right, what are we going to do, Jim? We're going to talk to Hidden Jim. Turf to Turley County. Turf to Turf Town. If you're on the cam, say something. You know what I mean? Let your voice be heard. I just know that my enemies are watching this thinking that I'm failing, and I'm not. I'm thriving. I don't know that I have end. She'll love you. She will. If Monica loves you. The 15th, it's not. It's the 16th already. Can you believe it? I can no believe. I can no believe. There we are. Carrie. There we are. Do I? Am I looking rough? It's not good. I think I was. Now I'm worried.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 1065.
Hidden gems. Businesses, restaurants, activities that you feel like you know about, but maybe no one else does. This could be your opportunity to be a real star. I'll tell you right now, if you're a business owner, right, and you're hearing my voice at this moment, and you're not on the Performance Digital Cam at facebook.com/bluffscountry, or you're not dialing up 712-713-2065, you don't love your business. You know what I mean? This is a free opportunity to get your business's name and maybe what you do on a radio station. It costs a pretty penny. I mean, it's affordable when you're the hometown country station, you know, make sure that we tailor fit things so that people can get themselves heard. But even that, one free piece of advertising, that's all I'm saying. Hidden gems will also get you qualified for Riley Green tickets. You can do it, again, like I said, facebook.com/bluffscountry or on the phone line, 712-713-2065. We're new, so we got to get that word out about what the phone number is. 713-2065. Bill says, you got to check out the Cryptic. Is that that's that escape room over here in downtown Council. I feel like most of the businesses of downtown Council Bluffs are hidden gems. Like there's some really nice little bars here. I walked into one. I forget. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's just up the road here from the radio station. They were serving $2 like domestic bottles. And at like 3 o'clock or whatever, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a happy hour time. It wasn't any big special deal. It was like a Wednesday. It was crazy. But if you think you got a hidden gem, I want to hear about it. Oh, it's the Main Street Tavern. Yeah, I walked into the Main Street Tavern, 519 South Main Street. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Because I was trying to, it's right down here by the radio station. So I was trying to get some lunch. Like, can I get some grub? They're like, yeah, no, we don't do that here. But we do serve $2 like Busch Light tall boys. Go, what? Can I buy the bar around? It's like trying to be a big shot. I did. It cost me like $11, and there was a ton of people. I don't even know how the math worked out. There's no way it was even $2 a beer I paid. So Main Street Tavern. Travis, we got you on the Performance Digital Cam, facebook.com/Bluffs Country. He says 3T Septic. Now, if I look up 3T Septic and I see Travis Waldstein as the owner, that's a smart man. That's a business owner that loves his company. Because everybody needs, he says, everyone needs a well-maintained septic system. Oh, you ever watch those videos on TikTok of guys going through and cleaning out septic tanks? Dude, a solid plumber, a guy who is willing to do that work, that is worth its weight in gold. I'll even tell you, they're off of Lincoln Avenue in Council Bluffs. 3T Septic, 712-328-1065. 1178. You know a business owner? You know a buddy of yours that's got a handyman service? A hidden gem. People don't know about it, but they could know about it because of you. Like Travis. We just talked about him. I'm assuming that's Travis's business. I've never seen anyone personally that fired up about septic systems. You'd be a fool not to give us a call. 712-713-2065, or just pop over to the Facebook page. You don't want to talk on the radio? It's no big deal. Facebook.com/Bluffs Country. Hidden gems in the area. Not just Counts Bluffs, everywhere. Bluffs Country.
I am not okay. I'm bad.
What do you think, Travis? Neff. Whoa, Edwin. Edwin, all the way out from, he used to listen to me in California. Bradley, LPL's is delicious. Delicious. I don't know if it's a hidden gem anymore. The word has gotten out too much. You know, the problem is I've taken too many. I almost said a naughty word. Because the women I date have not been that naughty word, but it's just fun to say the word, okay? Fun. I've taken too many chicks to LPL's. Got the word out. LPL's is such a great restaurant that, and this is my fault, and I'm already going to talk about her, and I don't even know what her name is, as I should. But LPL's is such a good restaurant that the woman, I assume it's her spot. If it's not that she is like doing it for the love of the game, because she's always there. I didn't go to LPL's for like a year and a half, and she remembered my order. It's like, oh, you're getting the tenderloin? You want the ranch, right? On the salad? Now, some of that is because LPL's has got maybe the best ranch in the area. You know what I mean? LPL's ranch is, I'll put that pound for pound against Brunswick ranch. She goes, oh, you want the ranch? So maybe it was just low-hanging fruit because everybody is going to LPL's for a pork tenderloin. What do I know? Am I looking at, well, I'm rubbing my nugget. Oh, you got some new Halloween animatronics, Carrie, for the house? What's up with the short stream yesterday? I woke up, went to join y'all, went poop. It's so sad. Because, like, so there was something screwed up with the audio. I got a new piece of equipment now, so hopefully we won't have that problem. But, God, yesterday was Struggle Bus Central. Glenwood has one that got ate by an actor like a week ago, but it's Tom and Tiff's Family Diner. Okay, what is it? What did they eat? Was I talking about a tenderloin? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Tom and Tiff's Family Diner. Edwin, thank you so much, buddy. There were things about California I loved, and there were things about California I was not a fan of. There was a coworker that I wasn't exactly excited about. I lied to myself when I began working with that person because I thought maybe it was different. It wasn't, but I miss the people of California. I don't miss the rent. My $1,800 got me an apartment in the stabbiest part of a place called Arden in Sacramento, California. And $1,800 here buys you a whole house.
You're gonna be all right.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
The topic of the morning is hidden gems. Maybe it's a restaurant. Maybe it's a business. Whatever it is a business I'm looking for, but I'm just saying, like, a place that you frequent. You choose to spend your money with this company. You'd like to see them continue. That's a part of being a hometown country station. We support each other. And I mean in the area. So if you're seeing this on Facebook.com/Bluffs Country, or you're hearing it on the app, regardless of where you're at, let us know. Old Trav, he got in about 3T septic. Aaliyah, she's the queen of the Cam Collective, the primary, what I call, have started calling, fourth micer of the radio station. What's a fourth mic? Well, in radio, everybody likes to talk about they jockey for position when they say, oh, I'm on a morning show. You go into little conventions, but I'm on a morning show. Oh, yeah? What position? First mic? Second mic? So like the fifth man of Texas A&M, you collectively fans of Nelson in the Morning, which sounds weird to say. Talking about myself in the third person. You are my fourth mic. Important. Aaliyah, the leader of that on the cam, she was in Glenwood. And she said that there's a Tom and Tiff's family diner. Great little mom and pop place. My crazy cousin Carrie says, hey, you know, there's Thrive and Tranquility. Could get a massage there. Little hidden gem. If you're going up at Tom and Tiff's in Glenwood, Aaliyah says you got to get the biscuits and gravy. Divine. Same with her patty melt. Never been a patty melt I looked at, and I said, I got to get that in my belly. Patty melts are gross. And that's fine that you don't feel that way, but they are. And you're gross too. It's not true. You're not gross. Maybe you're gross. I don't know. You might be gross, but not because of the patty melt. I don't know. I just hate patty melts. Oh, there's no crime being committed. Jesus. So 712-713-2065 or Facebook.com/Bluffs Country. And when you get in, we'll get you qualified for Riley Green tickets at the Nebraska State Fair, allowing you to kind of skip ahead of what we're doing tonight. 5:30 Bayless Park. If you don't get in here, you don't get your tickets this morning, boom, we got tickets on tickets. Say it with me now. Tickets waiting for you at Bayless Park tonight, starting at 5:30. What's that hidden gem business? That place you just can't live without. And if you don't get some other people to hear about it, you might have to start living without it. 712-713-2065. And doing it right here. Doing it well. I apologize. I do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I just did that. That's appropriate.
Your local hometown country music station. Bluffs Country 1065.
Mm-hmm. Biscuits and gravy sounds so good right now. Yeah, so how's the audio today? Because I'm looking at the levels, and I can already tell you just based on levels that it's much better. But just this piece of equipment I had took a dump on me. And then lo and behold, I find one little cord that solves all of my problems. Ain't that the way it goes? It was the guy from Terminator. He stopped on his ride to Sturgis. What? Hold on. What did I miss? Yeah, where the... Bradley, Aaliyah Boyle. It was the guy from Terminator. He stopped on his ride to Sturgis. What has one that got 8 by an actor like a week? Am I missing a comment? Short stack. Dr. John's is not a hidden gem. But you can find a gem to hide a Dr. John. I never wanted a patty melt until I was pregnant with Lilith. Now it's forever stuck in my palate. Also, Nelson. Financial aid termination was appealed. Yes. I just talked to Dr. Kenny the other day about how, what are we going to do to get that radio program to be big like it used to be? And he said they've got big things coming. So you could be getting in at the exact right time, Aline. Meg, I think, from Sweet 98 is going to be one of the instructors out there, one of the adjuncts. I don't know if she still is, but the last time I talked to her. Oh, no, he talked about someone else on the radio. Yeah, oh, who cares? Who cares? Sweet 98's a radio station. What? Who knew? Cat 107.3? 103.7? I think I flipped it. My biggest country competition in the market. I should probably know where they're at on the dial. There's another radio. There's more country in town. Yeah, but you know what they don't have? Nelson. And while I don't presume to think that that's some big thing for you, I'm humble when it comes to that. I also believe in my product. I believe in what I'm doing on the radio, so much so that I believe that you can know there are other things to listen to and do. But I celebrate that you choose to spend your time with me, that you listen to what I'm doing. You want to be a part. You want to be a fourth mic member. That's awesome, Aaliyah. That is so cool. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. Could not happen to a better person. Senor Tequila in Fremont. Okay. Yeah, I'll get that out for you. Oh, you're just saying that the actor is relatively. Which Terminator? Like the T-1000? It sounds good. Yeah, all the others are good. God, just think you would think I would know how to do it by now, but you would think wrong. You would think incorrectly. On the topic of like, oh my God, there's other radio professionals in town. I sent a direct message to Mike Tyler today. I don't care. I'm a fanboy when it comes to local broadcast. I mentioned the cat earlier. I know Gina. I don't know Lundy. I know of him. I think I got to meet him one time. What am I going to do? Crap on Steve Lundy? Oh, you're celebrating. He's got that big, deep, booming voice. Hey, I'm Steve Lundy. That's a bad Steve Lundy. I haven't been working on this Steve Lundy. But Lundy does something different. Lundy does a cheesy joke of the day, and but it fits him. Todd and Tyler do something completely different. Spicoli does something different. I don't care. What am I going to get bent out of shape? I believe in what I do. So old school guys that go, oh, you can't talk about the competition. Don't ever talk about the competition, especially when you're number one. Well, I'm not number one in anything. This radio station is being built from the ground up still. So I'll talk about whoever the hell I want. But I also don't need to attack anybody on the radio. It's not old school. I'm not in a war with anybody. Do I want to succeed in the ratings in this fantasy land that what I want to do is put together something that's entertaining and worthwhile to you? If that translates to ratings, fine. But I'm not moved by that needle. That being said, I'm totally moved by that needle. And I'm dominant. I'm a dominant force. I'm the best broadcaster in the city. What do you want? Obviously. But no, I've told you on more than one occasion, I get starstruck by local celebrities. I walked up to Todd of Todd and Tyler while I was hosting another morning show in this market. I was over at 89.7 The River. After doing a 10-year stint in Lincoln on a country radio station, I came over to the river after Spicoli left for 98.5. Now, that's not to say there aren't broadcasters in the market that I can't stand. The thing about it is, I won't ever say their names. And thankfully, there's enough people in the market that you can't, process of elimination. But I don't think there's anybody doing mornings in this town that I don't like, or I'm not a fan of if I don't know them. It ain't that deep, guys. Anyway, I'll tell the Todd story here in a second if anybody cares. Love Rich Cassidy. The only reason I have a job here, Bradley, is because of Rich Cassidy. And that's a fact. Cassidy called me up when the old D-bag left. And you know what? I don't like to talk trash about people's exes, but if I ever run into that guy, I hope I don't run into him. And that's all I'll say on that. Not Rich. I like Rich. I want to run into Rich. I ran into him. The guy who used to host one.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
Man, you never know what just wide range of topics we're going to cover on the Performance Digital Cam. Collective of like-minded individuals. Love this radio station. Love each other. Everybody love everybody, right? Ricky Bobby. It's not Ricky Bobby, but it was Will Ferrell, character in the basketball movie. I don't even remember. Can't ever remember the name of that stupid thing. There's too many things to remember. And yet somehow I know all of the lyrics to the song Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. And you either know exactly what I'm talking about and also know, for some reason, every single lyric, or you have no idea, and that's fine. You're better off. Not country. Still opportunities for you to get in on Facebook if you want to be part of the Riley Green tickets early. Want to sneak in and steal your Riley Green tickets before the big event tonight. And all we're doing is just putting a spotlight out on local businesses in the area. And by the area, I mean just in the area, man. Somewhere that we could easily drive to. Some we covered were 3T Septic. Old Travis got in on that one. My cousin Carrie, my crazy cousin Carrie, she got a couple recommendations for you. One of them I think she has a vested interest in, but I think I know. That would be Thrive and Tranquility. She goes, best massage ever. Humble brag. It's her massage. No, short stack. Dr. John's is not a hidden gem. No, it's not. Besides, wouldn't you want to go to Romantics anyway? Dr. John's. Oh, another hidden gem out in Fremont. You know, we spread it. We spread to Fremont. We'll go to Fremont, man. We don't care. Senor Tequila. Yeah, Bradley, it was Semi-Pro. Semi-Pro is the basketball movie that I couldn't come up with names for. And see, that's the other thing. When you're on the performance digital cam at facebook.com/BluffsCountry, it's a direct access to us. So if you don't want to call, I know a lot of people are like, I just don't want to. It's not even about the radio. Just people hate talking on the phone. That's fine. 712-713-2065. Fine. Don't call. It's cool. Get in. Be a member of the community that we're building that I call the Fourth Micers. Collectively, you are the extra member of this show. You're on the fourth mic. Arguably the most important one. Facebook.com/BluffsCountry. Don't forget, tonight at 5:30, Bayless Park. Well, we're going to be out there partying and getting people Riley Green tickets. Oh, yeah. It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be really easy for you to get these tickets, too, so I wouldn't stress about it. Just come on out. You find us in Bayless Park at 5:30. You're getting tickets to Riley Green. You know what I mean? I can't legally, definitively say that you are. You are. Come on, man. I'll deny it, though, if you like to call my boss. Call the president of the company. Say, Patrick Nelson said, and it wasn't true. Say, Patrick, you know I didn't say that. I would never say that on one of your radio stations. Yes, I would. Don't trust me with anything. 90s. It'll be in the 90s by the time you get out to Bayless tonight. And 90s really tonight, tomorrow. Not tonight, but today, tomorrow. By Sunday, hopefully we'll be in the low 80s, but I'm not holding my breath. It's going to be sunny and humid. One last real big blush with summer. Next week, almost every school on the west, on this side, east of the Missouri, yeah. In western Iowa, we'll be back in school. Save for, I think, Harlan. I don't think Harlan starts till 26th. Council Bluffs, you're in on the 23rd. So you're a week away. 70 degrees currently in the metro.
Beep, beep, traffic.
Okay, it's the usual mixed bag that we expect. Still working on that accident with the left lane blocked over in Mills County, I-29 northbound between right before the exit 42, getting you onto Highway 370 in Iowa. God Street. Eastbound between 168th and 156th, just slow. Same with westbound underneath the expressway. And then wouldn't you know, bet my whole paycheck that you'll hear slow traffic coming out of Bellevue on the JFK 75 northbound between Chandler and the Exchange. Doing it the whole way through.
It's the McMullen Ford's Where's the Hail sales event.
Where's the hail? Where in the hell is the hail? Yeah, I love Rich Cassidy. Rich Cassidy called me up and he said, Nelson, what are you doing? Rich, why are you yelling? He goes, dude, the morning guy over at Bluffs Country just walked out. Walked out. Professional. He just walked out. You need to get a hold of that president that I talked to you about, Patrick Combs, guy I worked with many moons ago at my first radio meeting. He said, we need you over here. So, all glory to our boy Rich Cassidy, because that's why I'm here. If you're a fan of Nelson and you're happy that I'm on this radio station, you have Rich Cassidy. Shout out Rich. RC Saloon every weekend. And on Facebook, he's a real good follow on all social media. You can see that a little bit of his kid. He was that dog dad before he had a kid. Now, he's not a dog owner now, but man, I tell you what, I love my kids, and I don't know that I love my kids as much as Rich Cassidy loved Hickory. His beautiful dog. And I don't know how long ago Hickory passed. I'm pretty sure Hickory passed. Excuse me, Rich, if I'm not remembering that correctly. I think Hickory is no longer there. Love Rich Cassidy. Solid dude. He's always been good to me my whole career. Like, aside from us being colleagues and peers, he doesn't know. He's never owed me anything. We've never worked together until now. If you're still here when I have to do an internship, I better be able to do an internship with you. Yeah, you come in. Yeah, obviously. You know what, Bradley? I haven't. I want to go, but I don't know that I can eat. I don't know that I can eat one. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know why I can't get over it. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's just meat, right? But it's like this is about to be maybe the dumbest thing I've ever said. But I would worry that it was going to be gritty. You know what I mean? And that's not how that works. It's not how any of this works. It's not how this works. How any of this works. I need to go check. God. I saved a ton of time posting things to my blog. I like doing impersonations. There are some voices I can really do. I did an impersonation though that I think fell flat with a coworker, and I don't know what to do about it. It's like a legendary broadcaster. Right? You know what I mean? Yeah, come on in. Let me know when you want to come in. I'd love to have you guys in. If you want to come in this early in the morning, you're on the radio. Done. Done. That's easy. I'm in control of that. That I have a. Let me tell you, if your business, the place you work at, excuse me, does not have a firewall, then you really need to make ytmp3.cc part of your day. Now, be warned that they are probably trying to get some kind of malware in your computer. But I haven't had malware yet because I close the window. I don't download things that I don't explicitly try to download myself. Most people won't even have a need for this, but it will let you take a YouTube video and just rip the audio off. And now, while that's not a new concept, I'm sure other people have found out that before. This seems to be the one that works the best and the fastest. You just have to be ready because as soon as you click, you put the little link in, convert. Blah, blah, blah. As soon as you click download, it's going to open up another page. That other page, that's where I think the malware. Here's a show idea. Get people that are going to school for broadcasting and have them on the show. Yeah, listen, we got to get people who are going to school for broadcasting. That's part of the thing I was talking about with Dr. Dan Kenny, Mr. Dr. Dan Kenny. He was in here to talk. He's a part of the segment we do called Belonging in the Bluff. With Miss Peggy Sweet. And I said to him, they did their little thing, her and our master of sports ceremonies and broadcasts, Mr. Kevin White. And I said to him, how can I help? What can we do to rebuild the program? Because when I was there and I was the host of the morning show over there were 3 people in my what they call radio practicum. What we need to do is figure out a way to grow this damn camp. We need to get it to be more than just the three of us. And that's given short shrift to like a Tamika. And, we've got other people, but we need to get some consistency in our numbers. It's a team effort.
America's listening to Fox News.
Yeah, but they're also listening to Carla James. At least I implicitly listen to Carla James. She's one of my oldest friends in broadcast. I went to school and graduated with her daughter. She is a legendary newscaster, and I am proud to call her a member of this team and a friend. And kind of a mom to me. You know what I mean? She doesn't know that yet because I don't want her to feel any type of way because she would feel personally responsible. It wouldn't be like, don't call me that. It would be like, okay, now I have to raise you too. I love Carla. Before we get to Carla, I got to let you know the reason why we're able to have Carla is because of friends like Jenny Edmondson Foundation. You know, August is National Breastfeeding Month. Breastfeed your kid if you can. You know what I mean? Don't let anyone shame you out of that. Jenny Edmondson Hospital, like a lot of people, no, it's emotional time. It's a lot of stress. That's why I say if you can. And then don't beat yourself up. If the cookies and there's a weed that you can take. There's like a root. My ex-wife had to do all of this. So at one point I was very familiar with the things that will help milk production. But stress is hard, especially as a mom's returning to work. And then you have breastfeeding on top of that. It's a man's world, ain't it? It ain't easy being a woman. Which is why through community donations from people like you listening, they sustain, Jenny Edmondson, a comfortable, quiet place for new mothers to utilize for lactation, like every business should. Not just because it's the law, because you should want to support mothers. More info and how you can make a donation and further this cause, maybe get the word out so other businesses will wise up and be like the Jenny Edmondson Foundation. You can do so at jehfoundation.org and stop shaming moms for breastfeeding wherever the hell they do it.
For Bluffs Country News, I'm Carla James. A reminder that Potawatomi Cal.
Anyway, cam-only giveaways would probably help. All right, Bradley, that's not a bad idea. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But therein lies a double-edged sword, too, because I want to take care of you guys in that regard, so I want you to be open to it, but I also want to see prizes go to people who aren't you. You know what I mean? I want you to be rewarded, so I've got to find unique ways to reward you first, because you're the loyal, the beginning of this. And I know we discussed Cam Collective. I like Cam Collective. We're going to keep going with that, but I am going to further brand out beyond the Cam Collective fourth mic. That's what I want to call the audience. That's what I say. Anyway, talk about LPLs real quickly. LPLs was awesome. I'm trying to get back to some of the stuff I was talking about. A little all over the place. Is this her rest? Like, who's resting? Trying to find a one I always see. Ain't no love in Oklahoma. I wish I liked prime rib. I just do not like it. It's not that I hate it, right? It's not like a patty melt. It doesn't look gross to me. But if I have the choice of anything other than prime rib, I'm not going to do prime rib. I just don't care for it. There's only like a couple of cuts of steak that I like, I think. I'm not much of it. Barely. Is it you? Is it Dana? I don't think it's Dana. Who is the woman at LPLs who always knows me as the sweetest and prettiest and best and strongest and fastest? That's like you and Frankie's last word. Anyway, fourth mic Cam Collective. Yeah. More games, or I need more game personally because I have not. But just going back to like putting a cap on the old school way of thinking about like not talking about other broadcasters. Do a better show. That's what my answer is to that. Does NBC worry about The Walking Dead? Tamika! I know. I don't know what the hell happened yesterday, Tamika. No, the short answer is no. NBC doesn't worry about The Walking Dead. Does ABC? I don't think so. They don't go, you know what? We better just hang it up. Because there's cable at this point, so we better just quit. Now, ABC's not going around broadcasting that the other people exist, but at the same time, look at a Deadpool. I like to broadcast like Deadpool. I like to break the fourth wall. If you think that talking about other broadcasters that can be accessed easily in the area by your audience will get your audience to leave you and go listen to them, that's not your audience. Okay? They were never yours to begin with. Or you're not a good enough broadcaster to hold on to them. And this is a hard business to be in. It's definitely a you got to do it for the love of the game business. You have to be into it. Yeah, I'm going to start busting out the Zoom next week. I think is when we're going to roll out Zoom. I've got to put equipment in place for that. And so I got to slowly roll some of this stuff out. But once I get the Zoom going, all of you are going to be a part of Zoom for sure. Like, I'm just going to need you. I want to build some just regular fun time games that we can play. They call them benchmarks for you, Aaliyah. God, Bradley, I love you, dude. I love you, Bradley. You know what I mean? Like, it just drives me nuts. We had an old boss in Lincoln because we used to talk about a competitor in town. And we would make fun of him. You know, I didn't really have a big problem with him other than the fact that he would just spank our asses in the ratings. He was like the default king of Lincoln. So we would run what they call imaging. It's like the little things you hear in between the West Country, but I'm sick bad and all that stuff. So we would run stuff that was making fun of him. It was like, yo, 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 because he used to talk fake gangster. Yo, 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 it's your boy from the suburbs. And then we got up high enough and like our ratings started doing well that our boss was like, you don't talk about the competition, not when you're in first place. Yeah, I do. And we'll still be critical. Because again, if you're that scared, of someone else finding out there's another radio station, you should not be doing radio. Your hometown country station, Bluffs Country 1065. That was Kenny Chesney. Somewhere with you, somewhere we're going to be is Bayless Park tonight at 5:30 with your Riley Green tickets. But will you be there? Spread Eldridge, Bluffs Country.
Put me on the road.
That's called hitting the freaking post, dude. Ow! Post. Anyway. Yeah, I've never understood that. Like, dude, some of these people have been in this market forever. The whole reason I even got on this is because, like I said, I sent a direct message to, I sent a DM to Tyler or Todd and Tyler. I won't be there. I get towards 16 hours in the 911 call center. Which 911 call center? Is there only one 911 call center in the area? That might be a stupid question. Or is it like Nebraska's got one and Iowa's got one? Second question, if there's only one of them, do you know Jenny Peoples? Right. And have I asked you that already? I might have already asked you. Anytime I hear somebody works in the 911 call center, I ask if they know him because I went to college with her and I've known her for a long time. I met another guy that worked at the 911 call center. That's why I think I'm confusing it because I asked him about Jenny. What was his name? David? There's a guy named David who is soft-spoken. Maybe slightly effeminate. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm just giving it to you, Bradley, in case you're working in the same call center. And he volunteers his time at the Sienna Francis House. He's a very, very nice man. I work at Offutt, and it's county specific. And yes, I used to work with her at Sarpy. Okay, there you go. Okay, so that makes sense that it's county specific. And yes, she would be at Sarpy. Sarpy County. Oklahoma. That's the wild and brain. Perp, 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 perp. Is this? Is this Dude, I haven't been paying attention, but I'm y'all that thank you, friends. Some of my gun. Are we really not running this every freaking hour? Oh my god, that's frustrating. But yeah, I saw a post today that said I did it today. I saw a post that said that 31 years on the air in Omaha, 31 years ago, Todd and Tyler started. So if you get, what am I supposed to do? Pretend like Todd and Tyler doesn't exist? It's not how this works. Not how any of this works. No, I grew up listening to them. I grew up listening to all sorts of guys. Roger W. Morgan. Rocket. Remember Rocket in the morning? Rocket was so wild. Rocket with two T's, Rocket. Not to be confused with Rocket and Teresa in Kansas City. But yeah, I just like, and then all I want to do is write these big, long, flowing, like, blowjob posts. Sorry, it's not. We're not a family-friendly radio station. I'm a kid-conscious morning show host, okay? But if your kids are watching on this cam right now, that's your own fault that they heard it, isn't it? Oh, my God in heaven. But yeah, I want to tell them about how much I love them. They're so great. I want to show reverence to them because it's important to me. Oh, Rocket came into Boomer? I didn't know that. Rocket came into our sister station. Oh, there's a baby out though. Some on my gun. I want video. I want to see Rocket. I got to meet Rocket one time. God, he's wild. I love Rocket. What? What is going on? Watching a video that you can't see.
Hey, it's I, Rocket Man. Oh, wait. Not that Rocket Man.
There's some video production here, Rocket.
This Rocket Man.
Oh my God, there. That guy. Oh, Rocket. This is all screwed up. Come on. It's not a good look. I got a tripod, so I can't. I'm on a tripod, okay? That was flat. I'm no Rocket. Your hometown country station, Bluffs Country 106.5, giving you away tickets to this guy tonight. Riley Green.
The grass today.
Yeah. God, I did not hit the post there. That was ugly. I was all boned up talking about Rocket. I love saying all boned up, by the way, because it's so funny. I know. Crash Davis, hell of a guy. He's still doing mornings. I think he's doing mornings over at what's it called now? Keg. It's been so many different radio stations. Love Crash Davis. Crash used to be what, KFAB before that? I got to work with him briefly. You know, we listened to Roger W. Morgan. We listened to, oh, there's the rocket I remember. God, he was a badass. Not that he's not a badass. Oh, look at this old school picture. Animate them. God, that'd be great. I just love radio, man. Like, I love it. I'm so consumed by how much I love radio. Who else did I listen to? Like Todd and Tyler were one of the first like DJs that I went out of my way to like go to a broadcast. Talking shout out Short Stack. I went so stupid. So there was some porn star in town, and I'm telling you, when I tell you this is like, what am I, 42? So 20 years ago, I was 22. So this is 24 years ago because I know I was 18, but I was just because I could go there finally. But oh, Jim Flowers, that's funny that you should mention that, Bradley. I told you I got yelled at by him, right? I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna bring him in because he wants to be in anyway. I got his phone. I have Jim Flowers' cell phone number, Bradley. That's wild. But anyway, I went to Dr. John's. There was a porn star there, right? But I went there not to meet the porn star. I went there because Todd were gonna be
Have one, two. That sounds good. I can't tell us because you're in it or not.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
You know, the beautiful thing about this radio station, your hometown country radio station, is we'll give you tickets to the artists you want to see. That was a combo pack there of Thomas Rhett and Riley Green. We gave you Thomas Rhett Iowa State Fair tickets during Freebie Friday last week in Bayless Park. You never know where Freebie Friday is going to be until we tell you. This week, we're going back to Bayless. Bringing it back to Bayless with Bluffs Country. And we got Riley Green tickets. Riley, of course, will be taking the stage the 28th of August at the Nebraska State Fair. We're looking to get out every Friday with a Freebie Friday. Doesn't matter what kind. I mean, there's just going to be stuff for you to get. We want to put stuff in your hands. And that's a beautiful thing. You ask me. When was the last time you, like, stepped in it? You know what I mean? Or when was the last time you made a fool of yourself? Like, I've made a career out of making a fool of myself at this point. But every once in a while it falls flat. And some of that is just because I want people to like me so bad. It's the lamest thing to say out loud, but God almighty, I want people to like me so bad. And so at this company that I work for, the parent company that owns Bluffs Country, the local owners, the guys that live in town, I've never worked for a radio station company or radio broadcast company like this one, in that, like, the chairman of the board in town, the president of the company in town. I see them almost daily, right? They've gone and collected a bunch of legendary broadcasters at our sister station, Boomer Radio, which you can hear over on 104 here in town. They're on the CB side of things. Yeah, we got a pretty big footprint. And among those people that are on the air over there, there's a couple of guys that I just have loved. 104.1, sorry. So the president of this company is going to kill me, but we're not saying that correctly. But there's the guy that hosts middays. His name is Chuck. And then there is the legendary Jack Swanda in the afternoons of Jack and Fred. That's not to give short shrift to Dave Wingert, who is on at the same time as I am right now. So, like, Dave is broadcasting at Boomer. But I was in there the other day, and one of my favorite things to do is impersonations. Now, obviously, you're going to do impersonations of celebrities, right? And now, none of my impersonations are real great, except for the handful of local celebrities that I can do. And I was really I was talking about, because the beautiful thing about this company is the connectivity between everybody who's on the air. And the fact that even though I'm also a member of management, I'm overseeing things now, operations that I've never had to do before, I'm still a morning guy through and through, and even at 18 years in the industry, 16 years in mornings exclusively, I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I'm always trying to tap into people who were there before me, who have done it. And to say that Jack Swanda has done it is like burying the lead, as they say. Of course, he was the host of Jack and Fred. I mean, that's if you're from this area, that's all you need to know. If Swanda doesn't come up, you know Jack and Fred. You know what I mean? So I'm in there and I'm like, hey, Jack, I appreciate it. He gives me tips. He's like, hey, bud, try this and do this. And I apply, I apply them. What am I got to do? Not listen to Jack? But I was talking about the fact that, I am solo here, rather other than the fourth mic team, the Cam Collective that we have going at facebook.com/BluffsCountry. And you, when you call in, 712-713-2065. Right now, as it stands, I'm a solo guy on a morning show. So I was telling him, I'm looking to add some people to the show, maybe a couple characters. Maybe Caitlyn Jenner, she's just going to stop by. Just see what's going on. Hey, girls, what's happening? Maybe we'll tap into a former presidential candidate and president, two-termer. Got a real big, nice, comfy lap you can sit on down in. And I said, well, what if I had old Chuckster, the Chuckster of Love, our midday guy over at Boomer? What if I had him come in? And at first, I think Jack thought I was really going to have him come in. And then I've prided myself on this because I've been working on it. I go, hey, I think it'd be a good old time. I come over and say, hey, Nelson, what's happening? It's a Chuckster. I'm walking in here, and I'm gonna be a part of your show, baby. Jack reached out to me and told me he needed help. And when I tell you, if you've never heard the Chuckster of Love, you take a swing down the dial after the commercial-free all request hour to start your workday today. After 9 o'clock, at that 10 o'clock mark, you pop on over there, and I promise it goes down exactly like this. Mr. Swanda was not impressed, okay? So I tell you, I stepped right in it thinking he's going to love it. That'd be a negative. So, every once in a while, you got to swing, but when you swing, it's a possibility that you're going to miss. That's all right. I do it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at the weather we got going in here. It might be my favorite impersonation to do. That or a guy I used to work with who's been all around the dial, currently works over at the river, and that's a guy named Skin Man. See, Skin Man, the thing about Skin Man is that he's a cool dude. Skin Man is basically just Chuck 20 years ago. He's a little smooth. You get to the Chuck, it's like this. Skin Man, it's we're just hanging out. Listen, you get a radio show and you can talk about whatever the hell you want. This is what I want to talk about. Don't. Rule number 1: don't make yourself laugh. Don't laugh at your own joke. Or do. I made a career out of it. Highs in the 90s today, tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be sunny and humid through the weekend. And we're at that part of the year, where it's hot, 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 and then it's cool at night. So it's like button up the hatches, batten them down. During the day, keep the AC kicked on, and then by 6, 7 o'clock, open that window, turn the fan on. It's going to be a beautiful evening. No rain in the forecast for like a week at this point. We've had enough. Getting high near 91, they say. It's probably going to be higher than that, especially with the humidity. 72 degrees. I'll tell you it's going to be more than that because it's 72, but it's got a feels like of 80. God in heaven. I can't catch a break. Let's look at your weather. It's brought to by our friend Marla Jenkins, a local independent insurance agent contracted with most major insurance companies in the area. You go to MedicareMarla.com to learn about all the ways that she can help you. And the good thing is there's never a charge for help. You just check out MedicareMarla.com. Beep, beep, traffic. Man, Mills, we got to get this accident taken care of. Left lane blocked with an accident in Mills County. You'll find it on I-29 northbound, right before that exit 42, getting onto 370 Iowa. And then stop and go traffic. This time, Giles Road, I-80 westbound, between the Giles exit and 144. So up there to Sapp Brothers. You're going to find it to be a little slow going. It's all right. We're going to make it through into the weekend, though, right? Right.
Did you know you can take Bluffs Country everywhere with the Bluffs Country app?
Those were solid impersonations, by the way. If you ever give away Morgan Wallen items, you can do it at the Potkin jail. Let's get on. Argument about dead and bound zip ties. Shot over at customs. I'm not quite obituary old yet. I'm not checking to see if people I know are dead. I don't know that I want to. You know? Do I want to know? I don't think so. I don't think I paid. But I do think I paid. Love the Krispy Kreme. Found out about that while I was in college. Yeah, I do like Krispy Kreme. They're doing gangbusters. I saw a write up on them just over there. I do like Krispy Kreme. I don't care for Krispy Kreme. And it's a garbage donut. I don't think they're advertisers. If they want to advertise, I will stop telling people I think it's a garbage donut. I know plenty of people who like it. I remember when Krispy Kreme first came to the market. Romy Brown, RJ, he lost his mind. We got Krispy Kreme. How about the Krispy Kreme is, man? I like a cake donut. So, like, already, if it's going to be a glazed donut, I want it to be a thicker glaze. All right, Aaliyah, you have a great day. We'll be here. We will be here. You better know. Jefferson City. Radio. Now. Oh, that's what it is. I knew that. Gotta stop the audio recording after about an hour. Start a new file. Just for some reason. Oh, that would be hilarious, Bradley. I will do that. I would. I don't care. I pitched to the Supernovas that I want to put on the volleyball shorts and a volleyball outfit, and I want the volleyball team to just beat the hell out of me with volleyball. Can Nelson stop a kill? Can Nelson eats a pancake while making a pancake, right? Pancake block. Pancakes and pancakes. Jefferson City, yeah. So, like, this video has nothing to do with what we're talking. Is that Scottish? Yeah, Old Jack Swanner was not impressed by my Chuckster of Love impersonation. I have yet to do my Chuckster of Love impersonation for Chuck. I will, because I do my Skin Man in front of Skin Man. I've done dueling Skin Man. I have a PBS STEM externship program.
My name is Chantal from Western Community Schools. I'm here for the summer with the Iowa STEM Counseling Teacher Externship Program. I'm Olivia Pebben, and I'm a eighth grade science teacher at a middle school in Indy, Iowa. The STEM Externship Program is a really great program. It partners science teachers, math teachers, tech teachers, engineering teachers with local companies, businesses, and gets them out into the real world so that they can bring that back to the
STEM, isn't that? What's the one where it's like technology, science? That's STEM, right? Science, technology, and mathematics. It's like a field that doesn't have a lot of women. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Frequently a male-dominated industry. Should do better for our women in this country. You know what I mean? Raising a woman. Oh man, it's got to figure out how to raise a woman. Dodgeball. I do remember that. God, I just love those guys. Oh, I went on and on and on. You should hear this that I wrote to you. It's a private message that I think it show. I said 31 years is absolutely incredible. I could never imagine in a million years. And this is real. I mean, this is a BJ post to him, but this is totally real. Jamie, yes. Science tech, engineering, man. Got it. Oh, I went full fanboy. I almost did it on the post, but then I was like, nah, this isn't for everybody. This is just a personal message that I'm going to read to you. I said 31 years is absolutely incredible. I could have never imagined in a million years that I might one day crack a mic myself. I'm using like cheesy D-bag terms. I said to count myself among guys like you and Todd, Jack and Fred, Otis and Diver. I'm not going to list the laundry list, but it's wild. I said divided perhaps. This may be, sometimes I say things that I even impress myself. Like, I very much want to be seen as a lovable idiot, but I also want to be respected. So it's like I'm my own worst enemy in that regard because I'm good at making myself a lovable idiot. But that doesn't translate well into being like highly respected. But I said, divided perhaps by philosophies or format, we all share one thing: a love of radio. And if that ish ain't the most prolific thing you've ever heard, what is? Mm-hmm. 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 All right.
How did you know? How did you know? How did you know?
Time for the top two.
What?
The top two.
What does that mean?
Two of the biggest stories happening right now.
Live on the scene to tell us what happened today.
It's the top two. Nelson in the morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
Even months after the fact, the police have not given up the chase on those who were responsible for the loss of a legendary actor.
You make me happier than I ever thought I could be. And if you let me, I will spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel the same way.
5 people, including 2 doctors and Matthew Perry's assistant, have been charged in the death of the Friends star. It was revealed that the actor died from acute effects of ketamine, according to his autopsy. And as you kind of peel back some of the details of this, it's very reminiscent of the situation with Michael Jackson and the propofol, in which his doctor went down for that. Among the people arrested in his death, Jasmine Sangha, 41, allegedly known as the Ketamine Queen. accused of selling Matthew Perry the batch of ketamine that killed him. 50 vials of ketamine, about $11,000 worth of ketamine she sent to him. Ketamine's a horse tranquilizer, but it's also used in anesthesia. It's slightly hallucinogenic. It will put you into something they call a K-hole. Okay? So it's a euphoric feeling. Ketamine has a lot of viable uses. In fact, it's used in therapies for PTSD. Okay? And Matthew Perry is no stranger to battling drugs and alcohol. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada announced charges yesterday, saying the doctors supplied Perry with a large amount of ketamine, even wondered in a text message how much the former Friend star was willing to pay. Them, like most people in those situations, were taking advantage of his addiction. An acute ketamine overdose. He actually fell asleep, essentially, in his hot tub. Here's the sad thing is, was he asleep? Because when you do enough ketamine, it, like I said, it puts you into what I don't call it. This is what people call it. It's a K-hole. And a K-hole is like you've taken so much ketamine, again, because it is an anesthetic. They use it in anesthesia. There's ketamine being used right now in a hospital somewhere here in town. It will leave you awake but unable to move. So the hope is that as he fell into the hot tub, as he slumped into the tub, that he was already gone, or that he was completely knocked out at that point. A la Whitney Houston. She wasn't a ketamine incident, but that happened to her. An overdose most likely caused her to fall asleep in the tub and drown. Same thing to Bobby Christina Brown. They found the 54-year-old face down in his hot tub on October 28th. Paramedics were immediately called, and he was pronounced dead on the scene. This year, Council Bluffs teachers are going back armed better than ever to educate our kids.
Program is a really great program. It partners science teachers, math teachers, tech teachers, engineering teachers with local companies, businesses, and gets them out into the real world so that they can bring that back to their students in the class.
The STEM externship program, from learning how to make marshmallows to running blood samples. 3 local teachers this year spent their summer participating in Iowa's STEM externship program. Science, technology, engineering, and math. An organization, not an organization, but a field that is frequently dominated by men. Women in STEM are needed regardless, across the board. We need women in a lot more positions, but STEM specifically. But this program gives teachers across the state an opportunity to do various things that they're going to then take back to their classroom. Like Randy of Trainer Middle School. It marked her 3rd year doing this. She was previously stationed at the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium with Potawatomi County Conservation. And she spoke to the fact that it just reframed the way she was doing things in the classroom. She said, I was there on a day-to-day basis for 6 weeks, but in the gardens helping with maintenance, just doing regular stuff. She got to see the big picture of the gardens. She says, it opens my eyes to what my students will need to know and use in their future careers. It opens her eyes to what current businesses are looking for, future employers. Another woman, Lori Bancroft, talked about how she learned how to make marshmallow. Now, Lori teaches ceramics, and she says she's excited to bring the findings back to her classroom. Teaches ceramics, sculpture classes. That's one of the places I never did get into. I wish I would have taken a ceramics class when I was in high school. Take all the classes. Do all the things. If you're listening to this and you're a kid, do all of the things you can, especially if the government's going to pick up the dime. Because once you get to college, then you're picking up the dime. So if you can do it in high school, do it. But she said, you know what? Marshmallows and ceramics have much more in common than one would assume. Both expand due to steam, creating a fun way for her to teach her students about why their ceramics may break. It's the STEM externship, and Iowa teachers are taking part in it year after year. If you want more information, I'll give it to you right here. It's educate.iowa.gov, and then you're going to search Iowa STEM. And that is your top 2.
Bluffs Country 106.5.
Oh, no.
I think I know the answer to that. Tom Tyler, Steve Lundy, Otis and Diver. You would think. I know Neil Nelkin, my mentor. I think he was immortalized on the press club. listen, some people are into awards, some people aren't into awards. I left the market, right, so that I could chase a radio dream because I wanted to see if I could make it in a huge market. Okay, that's what I did. That's what I did all of last year, right? I was chasing a major market dream. But now that I'm back in the Omaha Council Bluffs market, regardless of where I end up at the end of my career, if it's here at Bluffs Country or if I move to another signal in town or whatever those opportunities equal, I am going to get on the Omaha Press Club floor. I don't care. And that might be douchey to even think, but I want to be one of the members on the press club floor. That's important to be recognized among the greats of this industry and this market. That's super important to me. I just love radio and I love this area. I love this city, both of these cities, really. I got to stop. That's on me that I don't reframe my thinking. When I say the city, I think of the radio market, which nobody understands. Like that's a little inside baseball, but you guys are radio educated. So I don't feel like I'm teaching you or telling you anything you don't want to hear about. You wouldn't be here still. So the way it works is for the most part, the markets they go by the population of the biggest cities in the country. So New York City is market 1. LA's market 2, Chicago market 3, San Francisco market 4. 5 is Dallas. I used to know all the time. 5 is Dallas, 6 is Houston, 7 or 8 is Atlanta. None of that matters. But it also goes in the surrounding area, so like all of Sarpy County is a part of the Omaha market. It's called Omaha Council Bluffs. And we are market 76, I think. And that was the biggest thing that I had to reframe as I kind of came over here to Bluffs Country to back. Like, even when I was at the river, I didn't think of it this way. But, we can't be doing short shrift to Council Bluffs. Council Bluffs is its own entity. Council Bluffs is not Omaha. Now, together, we are one people, really. You know what I mean? Council Bluffs certainly relates more to Omaha than it does to the Quad Cities or Des Moines. Omaha market 75. Hey, you know what? I didn't know this whole time, but if you would have had me guess, I would have said that Omaha was a bigger market than Des Moines, and it's not. Des Moines market 70. So what do I know? But I say that because oftentimes I think of this as the radio market. I don't think of it as the city. So in that regard, Omaha and Council Bluffs are together. I don't know where I was going with that, other than that I want to be on the press club floor. Omaha. So my guess is that I know Neil was entered into the Hall of Fame. I think he was honored at the press club. But Todd and Tyler, got to be Jack and Fred, right? At least Jack Swanda for sure. TNT, Todd and Tyler, they're the same people. I think Lundy. I think Steve Lundy is immortalized on the barroom floor. I can't remember. Pat and JT should be, but I don't know if they have. Let's look. Mike McKnight. Van Deeb. He's a real team guy, but he's also on the radio. There you go. Lundy. Otis 12 is. So is it Otis separately from Diver? Diver Dan Doomey not on here? Otis 12 was. Jim and Todd Murphy. I don't know them. Where he goes. Jim and Todd Murphy and Trinity Omaha Crush Club honored in the 163rd place in the club's history. Bob and some pair of the Universal Information Service. More faces. Oh, so many people have been done it. Put on. I want to be one of these names so bad. I don't know what I got to do other than just have staying power. Ben Nelson could do Ben Nelson. I like him. You put Herman Cain on the press club floor. Virginia executive saying several Omaha Press Club shows. I didn't know Herman Cain had such like a tie to us, other than the fact that he was the CEO of Godfathers. But I figured he was just a national guy that came in. R.I.P. I feel bad I didn't know more about Herman Cain. On the Fat Fox Bryant. Where's Tyler? I know they were on there. You would think Coach Tom Osborne would be in one of like the top 10 here. Like those are the recent cases. This can't be all the faces. If you're not, I don't see Tom Tyler in here. I don't see. Oh, I swapped my face in my opera so bad. I don't know why. Because it's about being recognized, I guess, for the good that you've done. Pavelka, yeah, obviously Pavelka deserves to be there. And so I don't even know that I deserve to be there. You know what I mean? It's very much an imposter syndrome in that regard. But I want it, so I have to figure out how to make myself worthy of it. I think people enjoy listening to me. I think people like me. Like me. They like me. That's lovely, isn't it? Time Ballot. I know that. The cable guy, you're none. He got started. There we go. There's TNT. There's TNT. Terry, June and Seymour. Lee Terry, the least of Terrys.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
You bet your butt it is. Stupid. Maybe the dumbest broadcaster that ever existed. Tonight, as you're getting off work, you want to go to the state fair, see Riley Green? Well, then you got to get to Bayless Park for a big blowout of tickets as another Freebie Friday is back in Bayless. You never know where a Freebie Friday is going to pop up. Today, you do know because it's in Bayless Park. Starting at 5:30. In fact, I mean, Peggy Sweet's on the air. I'm going to pull her off the radio. I'm going to drag her down to Bayless Park, too. If I'm sweating, she's sweating. Sorry, Peggy, if you're just finding out. Bring a towel today to work because you're going to need it. It's going to be warm. But that's all right. We'll survive, won't we? That's the theory, anyway. About to get into an hour of commercial-free music, an all-request commercial-free hour of music just for you as a part of your hometown country station to get you into your workday. 1 hour, no commercials. God almighty, what a heck of a radio station. We're really doing some big things here in the Gorilla Car Wash Studios, aren't we? Who else is giving you an hour of commercial-free music? How are we going to keep the lights on? I don't care. That's what I told the boss. You keep the lights on. I'll broadcast in the dark. I told you earlier I was the dumbest broadcaster that ever existed. That's true. I back it up every day. Beep, beep, traffic. Let's get one last look at your traffic here before we get into that commercial-free hour to start your workday. Wow. Stopped traffic on Dodge Street. I-680 outer loop at I-80. Closed due to an accident. God almighty. You're seeing a ton. I mean, it's closed. I-680 outer loop and I-80. Stop traffic back to the Dodge Street exit. Sorry, I didn't cause it. I just reported it. Right lane blocked. I-80 westbound still giving us a little bit of difficulties as we get up towards the Sapp Brothers exit there. So that's something to be aware of. Now, what's it going to be like when it comes to Bayless Park and the temperatures today? Well, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? I'm a giver. Hot. Highs in the 90s today. Low 90s, they say, which is supposed to make us feel better, but it's still the 90s. Lows into the 60s for the next couple of days. It doesn't look like there's any rain inside, but there's going to be plenty of humidity. So be ready. Bring a towel, bring a bottle of water. We'll see you tonight, 5:30, Bayless Park, for a Riley Green Freebie Friday ticket blowout with Bluffs Country. 72 degrees currently. It already feels like 80. Nothing I can do about that one. A commercial-free hour. All requests to start your workday. That starts in the next 3 minutes. And after that, Mr. Chuck Denver taking you into the rest of your day and on into the weekend.
I'm Penny Nelson. My name is Rowan Nelson. Thank you for listening to the show. Thanks for listening to the show. Have a good day and have an awesome day. I love you too.
Fun takes flight.
All right, everybody. All right, everybody. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you at 5:30.